So if you ever want somebody to be better, just let me talk about going to a break.
Well, final score since we're not going to break. J.I. Burton has defeated Castlewood 28-7. That was they both scored one time after halftime, looks like. 28-7 final, J.I. Burton. So at least I got one pick right tonight.
Congratulations. All right, Jonah Welsh was the injured player for John Battle. 6', 226-pound senior lineman that, again, Calhoun hit, rolled into the end zone. So,
Daniel Boone 21, Crockett 14.
Boone, what would they do if they win that one? As the extra point is going to be up and give Reed 5 for 5, 35-14. Gate City with a lead.
I believe Reed's finding his stride with his kicking now.
So, Gate City with a 21-point lead, 5:52 left. Of course, now it's desperation time for a battle as they're going to go to the air, and it'll be interesting to see if Gate City, what they can do to counter. So, have you got anything else that's come through? Most of your Virginians are going.
Hurley was up on Holston 22-14. They've let Holston score again. 2:53 to go in the game. Hurley leads 22-20.
Good ball game in Damascus.
Volunteer 34, Unicoi 14.
Oh.
Wow. Falcons are soaring.
And they were due. You know, that's the thing. They could have been, as mentioned in the pregame, they could be 500 on the season. They just weren't able to put everything together every game, and they finally have done it. Of course, taking Unicoi County out at this point. So
Tazewell 55, Marion 7, 5:44 to go in the third there. Into 3, Wolfpack 34, Abingdon Falcons 0.
The Wolfpack making a statement as Blanton looks to kick off. And he's going to get it to the up back there, number 80, Pagine, and he's going to have it. He's going to go all the way up to the 44-yard line. So, once again,
secondary woes are continuing for Gate City. And, Joe, you know, they're going to have to watch those quick passes now. Secondary is going to have to be alert.
So, quick game reset. 5:52 left. Each team has 2 timeouts left. Gate City leads 35-14. Ball is marked on the John Battle 44-yard line. John Battle with the football. They've got it 1st and 10. Still at quarterback is number 1, Jacob Hutton. Again, 5'10", 131-pound junior for John Battle, who came in to replace the injured Jack Thurston. And, of course, he's got that touchdown pass earlier in the third quarter. As the pitch comes to the left-hand side to Seth Scarborough, and Gate City corrals him. That's going to be Brady Edwards, Ethan Fleming, as well as Calhoun and Logan Tomlinson. A gang tackle there of only about 1 yard for the Trojans. And Trojans looking to go hurry up as they come back up to the line. Of course, using their wristbands, they can go hurry up pretty much any time they want.
Joe, really quickly, Lebanon 28, Virginia High 20, 1:18 to go in the game.
One of those teams, Lebanon, looks like they're going to get their first win of the season. As Hutton's 2 back, and there's going to be a fumble on the play, and he does get back on top. Brady Edwards once again timed the snap count, and he laid out Jacob Hutton, and the ball went free, but Hutton was able to get back on it, and it's going to make it 3rd down and about 15 yards.
Edwards came through so quickly, Hutton didn't even have time to center the ball. He was dropping back, I think, to try to pass, but before he could even find the laces, he was hit.
Again, they put him up there on the line, and as quick as he is really causing some havoc here tonight. As 2 back sets once again, motion comes, Scarborough comes to the left-hand side, and it's going to be thrown out into the flat. Caleb Street with the football, and he's going to get up maybe to the 45, 46-yard line, and that's about it. It's going to be 4th down and 9 for the Trojans.
4:19 to go. It's a no-brainer. Keep your defense in.
Big play right here. If Gate City can stop Battle, opportunity to run some clock off and get out of here with a win. All right, but it's 4th down as Hutton brings them up once again. One wide receiver to the left, one to the right, two backs in the backfield behind Hutton. As there's going to be motion on the play, and once again, Brady Edwards with the sack. He and number 59, Cyrus Gibson, in the backfield. As soon as they try to pull, they were trying to set up a screen. Gate City had none of it, and they are back there in the backfield. Wow.
Battle fans were yelling about something. I'm not sure what, unless they were just upset with their team's play there.
Well, it's anytime that they've had a pulling play, those quick defensive linemen for Gate City has been in the backfield. 3:45 left. It's 35-14. Gate City has the ball, 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
Final. J.R. Burton, 28, Castlewood 7.
The rain starting to come down a little bit harder here as, again, Gate City will be in a T formation, and they'll take over as John Battle walks everybody up to the line as they give it to Jenkins out in on the pitch. He rolls around one tackle, and he's going to step out of bounds, maybe about 5 yards for Jenkins. Again, Jenkins, 5'9", 145-pound sophomore. He's been everywhere tonight. As they're announcing some of the scores from around the region that we've been already telling you. Again,
the Astros are ahead of the Nationals 2-0. There's still 13 seconds on the play clock. Gate City should wait a little bit before snapping, but they don't. Quick pitch goes out to
Roten. Roten's got a step to the 20, down to the 10, all the way down to the 7-yard line. Give Roten, wow. And Roten is down, unfortunately.
About a 29-yard pickup for Roten there. I didn't mean to speak over you there, Joe. I think you and I were both trying to call the play at the same time.
Roten, again, came in, his knee and ankle has not been 100%, and once again, Levi is down. So clock is continuing to run, looks like. 2:55, 2:53, 2:52, 54. So, yeah, the clock is running. Clock's running.
That's very unusual.
Clock runs.
They're still running the clock. Okay, and heading into the 4th quarter, Science Hill still has that 9-point lead over Dobbins Bennett.
The clock says 2:33, but yeah, they ran off about 30 seconds.
They finally stopped the clock. It looks like they're going to try to reset it now.
Yeah.
They're signaling back up to the press box here. Joe, it's going to be the last time they let you run the game clock.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have stopped. So they let the clock run during the injury. They did put it back on the clock. So 3:30 now on the clock, 35-14 as Gate City's got the ball. 1st and goal on the 7. Good to see Levi did leave under his own power. So
it'd be nice if they made up that 14-second difference from the first half here.
I think they were trying to. So T formation, and they're going to give it to Calhoun. Calhoun into the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Big Blue. Michael Calhoun looked for somebody and ran over a defender, and it is 41-14, 3:13 left.
And knocked a Trojan about 3 yards back into the end zone when he tried to stop him at the line.
Calhoun really, I don't know if anybody has stopped him one-on-one all year. Maybe tripped him, but that's about it. As Reed looks to add the extra point. 3:13 left here in the ball game, 41-14. And Sally will put it down. Reed looks again. He's been perfect so far, 5 for 5. And here comes the snap. Hold. Kick is up, and kick is good. 3:13 left. Blue Devils lead 42-14. Chris, we got anything else at Crack-a-Laggin?
Let's see. Tennessee High starting to roll over Cherokee now, 42-7. Last report, Elizabethton was up on South 7-0. I'm sure that score's changed, but there's not really anything coming out of Elizabethton right now. Volunteer up on Unicoi 34-14. At the half, East was leading North 21-14. Greenville 42, Granger County 8, and Central and Union tied at 12. That's Union County in Tennessee.
I was about to say, you had the Union faithful over in Big Stone Gate going, what? So
Ridgeview up on Abingdon 34-0. Graham 37, Richlands 10. Patrick Henry 49, Honeacre 21. It's gone final. J.I. Burton over Castlewood 28-7. Final Wise Central over Lee 55-11. Chilhowie 42, Grundy 6.
So Landon Blanton will kick off for Gate City. You know, Chris, there's nobody from Gate City side that's left so far. I mean, it's been Big Blue Nation has traveled well here to Bristol. And again, Gate City looking to go to 4-5 on the season as Blanton kicks off, and it's going to roll down to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be returned there by Zach Moore. Moore goes up. He's going to step out of bounds at about the 35, 36-yard line, giving up the 35. And
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Trojans will get the ball here as they've got 3:08 left in the game, 42-14.
Here's the final for you. Hampton 64, Unaka 0. Ouch.
The clock was running before the game started. So again, scores and highlights coming up here on the James River Advisors post-game show. And again, we'll have a recap of this game here as we conclude just a few minutes here. Okay, so Gate City starting to sub some of their guys in. Ball is loose on the ground, and the ball's still loose. And it's going to be picked up by John Sally. John Sally with a football to the 10, to the 5. Give him 6. The senior scores, and it is 48-12. John Sally with about a, 34,
35-yard fumble recovery.
And Sally gets in the end zone, not as a tight end, not as a quarterback, but again, as a outside linebacker.
Big man moved there, didn't he?
He was running like he was running like he stole something. And again, Gate City.
Well, Battle tried to pitch, and the pitch was bad, and they missed it and then picked up the ball off that, and I don't think he ever really said it before he got hit again, and then the ball went on the ground. And then there was just a scrum, and the ball was rolling around, and Sally was in the right place at the right time, made the most of it.
A little bit of rain. You start to get some subs in. Again, mistakes like that's going to happen. So 2:54 left in the ball game, 48-14. And Reed, Sally will hold. Snap is up. Kick is good. He's 7 for 7. And the Blue Devils lead 49-14.
That should be continuous clock. It's 35.
Man, that degree is really paying off. Chris has got to. So,
I just like Gay City being on the other end of the continuous clocks. We saw so much of it last year, it seemed like.
So, again, we talked to the guys a little bit on Wednesday. If there was a revenge factor, I mean, if they thought about what happened last year, they tried to not think about it. They didn't talk about it, but, they really felt like they let one go last year. Again, they had an early 14-0 lead, and, of course, ended up losing 26-20. So, again, you feel good for them tonight. Of course, like I said, with this, they will move to 4-5, and they will be in the VHSL postseason. So, Blanton will be kicking off. 2:54 left. It's 49-14. Back deep once again will be number 4, Zach Moore, as well as number 7, Zane Poe. Again, appreciate everybody starting to send in some texts and some tweets from around the region. And Blanton will kick off. Ball goes to about the 35-yard line where it will be jumped on by number 13,